Detroit. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's go, team!
Back to throw, Stafford. In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Following the interception here, Rivers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The rookie Michael Pittman, the intended receiver that time.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with moves.
And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's second down and 10.
Waiting! Zebra! It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike. No. Hey, give me radar. 53. I got him, I got him. SOS, SOS. Hey, 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 hey. SOS, SOS.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Check 53 flight. Check 53 flight. 59.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one 28 yards on the ground. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
Well, we love to say get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. delivers.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5.
Check green 90, black 15.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Colts 10, Lions nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Black 15. Hey, 79. 79.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor.
And he's got some space here.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
Indianapolis.
Jonathan
Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Colts add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
On the return. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first and 10. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. 17-0 our score after 1.
Scored Colts 17, Lions nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the 50, Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Come on now. Let's do this.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. They find some open field here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it through.
I'm going to run you over.
His throw incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, baby. All day. All day. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Check. Fresno. 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 Check. Check. Hot route. Hot.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He's got Jack Doyle. Muscles him on. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Indianapolis.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Mike 54. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
12.
He's not going to get me.
Wait.
Check.
Rivers on 1st down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got it to Hilton. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the offense.
From the red zone now, Rivers into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Here I come. Mike 36. Mike 36.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Complete to
Trey Burton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
38.
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's airing it out for Sanu. That's caught at the 25.
Bring it!
And
Bring it!
it's on the ground, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Colts 45, Lions nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy.
To throw again. Stafford in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
53 is the mic. I got one.
Omaha, ready to move. Hey, 70.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Throwing deep for Galladay. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
By the Colts. They'll take over first and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 79! 79! Behind!
Play action now. Rivers throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 44-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers. Middle of the field to the tight end Doyle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Colts.
1st down, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He's got Burton here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
8-yard pickup.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
36 to Mike. Cut.
Orange ball 4. Load it. Load it, son.
To throw is Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
All right. Round 80.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Check.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Slow. No. Right there. 54. Right there.
Off the option, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they've not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
At the 37.
2nd and 8. From the gun, Stafford. Going right back to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
To throw again, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. Here's Sanu on the catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
10 at the 34-yard line.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again at Stafford. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stafford looks to throw again. Bananas Galladay complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Switch. 32. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
Operating from the gun. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Komoko Toure.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Third and 2. Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
59! Mike 51! Mike 7!
Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set! Lady! Real right, 22!
Watch tight end. Key to tight end. 4 down. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Oh, you got deep?
Hey, easy!
Motion. 29 is the Mike.
From the 50, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
29 is the Mike.
Throwing again. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Kill.
Hey, 70!
Check. Crunch. Check 3.
Omaha, ready, move!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
50!
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
22!
Hey, switch gears. Check. Big dance. Go. No. Off.
On 4th down, Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
So 190, 380!
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, go orange.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. But officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. 19 yards. Rivers.
And the Colts first down.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
To number 13.
23 yards, the final tally.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run here to Taylor.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Throwing here, Rivers. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Red Delta! Wait, 89!
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
They turn to Taylor on 4th, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Colts 66, Lions nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Caught by Sanu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Taylor, the ball carrier. Malik Jackson on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Indianapolis, they're into the win column for the 3rd time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.